Why's my face so bright? Dude, this light just never adjusts and my camera doesn't pick up on the light settings. John Cena it. Oh well, we'll just have to deal with it, Osby. Cause I'm shiny like a necklace round a other woman's neck. Alright, anyways, I love Moana. Hey nerds, Jerry Bear here, and this is a little bit different. Not really anything. Well, yeah, I mean, it is kind of a reaction. The title of this video that pops up is 50 people show us their state's accents, culturally speaking, and whatever. Basically, I just want to see who has an accent, because you know what? If you know me, then you'll know, right? So if you guys have been around for a while, you'll know. There's a lot of people, the majority of people are not going to know. I'm like looking around. So it's such a giveaway. I'm not going to edit it, whatever. Just by hearing me speak, like, where do you think I'm from? Like, if you were just to hear my voice, like, where do you think I am from? Because I guarantee if there wasn't giveaways, you probably wouldn't guess. I sound a lot different than the rest of my family. So let's get into this. Look at this guy. I like him. Rip City.
I never thought I had an accent, but everyone else told me I did, so I never really understood.
That's not an accent.
My accent. But we say soda pop, and that was weird, I guess.
Soda pop's not weird. I've heard it called many different things. Pop being one of them. Just soda. Coke. I mean, everybody says Coke for everything around here for the most part. But soda, yeah. Pop. Yeah, I hear all those.
The great thing about Oklahoma is it's really this confluence of a whole bunch of different parts of the country. So the northern part of the state is really like the plains, so people kind of have that flat Iowa accent.
People always know.
Oklahoma had more of a southern accent than anything.
I'm from the Midwest when I say bagel.
But if you get down south
Bagel.
to the Little Dixie portion, it has a much more of a southern drawl.
That's
elongating those vowels a little bit and saying y'all every sentence.
How y'all doing today?
Y'all want to go to Waffle House? Come on over. We'll go to Waffle House.
It's just like real round in your mouth, and you're just like, hey y'all, how we doing tonight?
That is brutal.
Are you guys gonna go down to the game this weekend? I'm so excited. Like Joshua's doing real great this year.
Everybody talks really slow, especially compared to New Yorkers.
Most New Yorkers are loud. You gotta fit your way into a conversation most oftentimes when you're in New York.
Vermont's accent is very unique, and it's hard to slip into unless you're talking to another person who like grew up farming. But the phrase that I can say.
There's farms in Vermont? What? I didn't know that. She's over here rocking a John Deere hat, and I'm like, wait, this isn't. I'm like picturing Vermont on this thing, and it's not a southern state. Y'all got farms in Vermont? I didn't know it.
In my accent is always, oh sure, bud.
Oh sure, bud.
People
That's
from
more Canadian, eh?
California kind of have like, they say like.
Colorado doesn't
Everybody says like, buddy. It's not a California thing.
really have a typical accent. Lots of people say that it
Look at that puppy.
has no accent, but you'll definitely get called out if you say Colorado. It's Colorado.
I ain't never heard nobody say Colorado.
So I've been told from people in New York that my state has an accent. Some people go Chicago. I don't think we do.
Chicago. Chicago.
There's parts that I can hear like a little bit of a twang and kind of sound like this.
Some people
Ain't no twang in Ohio. Ohio, especially up in the northern parts, has more of a Canadian accent. Honestly. Up there in Ohio, eh? that was terrible. I don't know what that was.
People in New Mexico have accents, depending on what part of the state you're from. People in the South tend to sound a little bit more like they could be from Texas.
Really wide syllables, really kind of drawn out phrases.
It's a little sing.
I don't know if that was just her voice or that was an accent. It was a little shaky. But it's not that wasn't as bad as Tennessee's.
Songy, like a little bit Valley Girl almost. I'm from New Mexico and I love eating burritos.
I could see that.
Skiing up on mountain.
Pass me those
She said that like that was an accent. She said the word mountain. Absolutely correct.
taters.
I don't know, I mean, like, there's cowboys,
you know, there's horses. I don't know, because I don't feel like I have an accent.
I went home a couple of years ago and was watching home videos of my sister and I, and we had to like do a weather forecast as like little kids, and we'd be like, there's a big hurricane coming from the left coast, but don't worry, because we don't know that it's coming. And people would be like, what are you saying?
I can put on the,
I like that roll out that whatever she just slipped into. I like that accent.
you gotta park the car and hop the yard and give the guy a quarter for some chowder.
Yeah, bro. Somebody said that I'm swinging. I don't know what she just said. There's something about some clam chowder.
Hop the yard and give the guy a quarter for some chowder. That's a standard Boston accent, right? On the, you gotta park the car and hop the yard and give the guy.
You gotta park the car, and give the guy a quarter for some chowder.
Quarter for some chowder. That's a.
I don't know that one,
standard Boston
that middle
accent.
thing she said.
Any ER would have an AH at the end.
It's kind of like
New
Boston,
Hampshire.
but cooler and a bit more drunk. Like, we gotta
Shots!
go to Baja to get some lobster supper.
My mom has this kind of strange half French Canadian, half Boston accent that sounds like peanut characters. Wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah.
Well, if you're from North Dakota, you've
Oh, brother. If you're from North Dakota,
got some long O's.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, hang on to your.
see, guys, that's not because of North Dakota or being up in the upper states. It's because of Canada. It's not because.
Your R's a little too.
It gets a little bit thicker the older you are. Your grandma sounds a little bit like this. Your mom might be a little bit softer.
I'm from Wisconsin. Go, Pat, go.
I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. You mean Wisconsin?
Kind of gets like up here. Go, Pat.
Wisconsin.
I say
Go
bag. I have some eggs in a bag.
The best
eggs.
example of the Wyoming accent I feel like I've ever seen was in Brokeback Mountain. One curve in the road, and they missed it.
So if
That's a southern accent, I feel like. But I don't know. That could have been a Wyoming thing that she was doing.
you live in Washington State, no one ever says they have an accent. They all think they speak pretty normal, which is kind of true.
Just kind of middle of the road. Sort of like Delaware itself.
But they also kind of have like a country hit kind of thing to them. So they'll say like, Worshington, like I'm gonna wash my hands.
Dude, by the way, I cannot stand that. Warsh. Hold on 1 second. We only got a little bit left. Warsh is horrible. It is not Washington. It is not George Washington. It is not Washington, D.C. It is not Denzel Washington. Dude, it's that southern thing, man. The wash. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to take a shower. I talked to you about an hour. An hour. Shower. Wash. There's other words I can't think of. I have an idea. It's Washington. Wash. Washington. I just did my outro. Wrong button. Anyways, we're back.
And you're like, Worsh? What kind of a word is that?
We pronounce our T's as D, so we say like Connecticut instead of Connecticut.
I feel like Michigan.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say Connecticut. It's always Connecticut. Connecticut. There's a D in there. I mean, there's a T, but everybody says it with a D. I've never heard anybody in the world say Connecticut. I'm gonna travel up to Connecticut. Connecticut.
Typical accent is very nasally. Hi, like that type of
Hi.
thing.
So if I'm from like Northside Kauai, I'm going to sound something like this.
People say that us Marylanders
That's all the time we give Hawaii. I want more Hawaii accents. I really enjoy it.
have accents, but I don't think we have an accent.
Idaho don't.
She sounded more like not upper class, but that type of like not the Valley Girl thing, but just like somebody you would like talk to inside of a Starbucks. Like she had almost like this type of accent.
Doesn't have a really distinct accent.
There's no accent in Indiana.
This might be very biased.
Yeah, there's no accent in Indiana because it's a terrible state. It's literally the brown stain of America. No offense if you live in Indiana. You're probably a great person because you're watching me. But anytime I've ever been in Indiana, there's always just a fog, right? There's just a fog. And it's just dusty and musty and everything looks run down. And especially when I was driving to Chicago, there's a windmill graveyard, right? That's what they call it. There's just windmills everywhere. And it's absolutely creepy and nothing like what comes from Indiana. honestly. I got nothing. Shout out Indiana. Horrible state. No, that is not where I live, by the way.
So I really don't think we have an accent.
I don't hear it, but I get reminded of it when I travel.
I mean,
That guy's not from New Jersey. There's no way. New Jersey has a prominent accent. Either that or he's just not from the part where I've heard that accent from.
I think this is normal.
It's a perfect neutral Pacific Northwest tone. Sarah Palin does not have a typical Alaska accent. She's not really from there. She grew up in, I don't know, Kansas or something.
I like that guy.
Say wolf instead of wolf.
Our accents are
Wolf?
all over the place.
The first one that comes to my head is a Latino one. Me voy a coger un cortadito.
There's
That's
the
fair.
St. Louis accent where we say certain things like quarters and water.
Where I'm from, they like to say Haina or Mayan. That shirt over there is Mayan. From Philly, they like to say wooder and use guys. But in Pittsburgh, instead
I got a bone to pick with that word in a second.
of use guys, they say yins. What are yins doing?
North Carolina is
Pennsylvania may be the strangest.
it's an interesting accent. It's just got a little bit of a drawl.
It's a little lazier.
Just very slow pace, very good, very nice.
There's Charleston, South Carolina, which is more like this. It's more smooth. It might have a daughter named Darcy.
And then you got
Yo, that accent was smooth. What he just said, that was smooth as shit.
real squealy southern accent. And then you got the very just.
Oh.
Hey, you have some good day now.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, let's man, so the Alabama country accent was a lot better or more listenable, I guess, than the Tennessee one. That Tennessee one was rough. The Boston one, the khakis. If you just want khakis. If you just say the word khaki, like khaki pants, sounds like car keys in Boston. Khakis. Yeah, can't find my khakis. That commercial with Chris Evans during the Super Bowl was hilarious. He's got the smart. I can't do an accent. He's got the smart pack. He's got the smart pack. I can't do it. I can't talk like Mark Wahlberg. I can't. I'm sorry. Mark Wahlberg. What am I doing? So the Pennsylvania stuff, the bone to pick with this is the word wooter. No. That's worse than whoosh. Wooter? Wooter. W-U-T-R. Wooter. I'm gonna go. Why was I putting a southern accent on that? Wooter. It's water. I just said it weird too. I just said it with a D. Water. It is water. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna drink some water. I got some cold water in my fridge. Some water? I'm gonna go drink. I need to drink like half a gallon of water a day. Not wooter. I was watching a meal prep video and this dude kept saying, make sure you get your wooter in. I'm like, bro, I will fucking fight you. Quit saying wooter. That's horrible. Look, there it is. It's on my screen. Worder. What? What the fuck is worder? Oh, that is awful. No, in all seriousness, I really don't care how you say your words. I don't have any. A lot of people don't like the word moist. One word that I found out I don't like personally is wooter. For some reason, it just strikes a nerve with me. Yeah, the Pennsylvania one. That was weird. Pennsylvania says some weird stuff. Everything else was kind of normal. Most people have a normal accent. My state didn't get too much time where I'm from. Didn't get too much show time. That Tennessee accent, that was harsh. Last time I went to Gatlinburg, it wasn't that bad, but there were some people who just like real Southern. Like I went and tasted moonshine and the girl just kept talking to me and I'm just like, baby girl, I can't understand a word you're saying. She's like, you just really need to try this one right here. This is pickle moonshine and it is sure to drop your panties. And I'm like, I don't wear panties. I have on some like Fruit of the Loom Walmart boxers. Other than that, I don't have no panties there. And then you get some of them people that they're just real Southern, brother. They're just right down there. They get back in this pitch and that dude from South Carolina, I can't even impersonate that. That Southern thing he did was smooth, and the Alabama one where it was just real drawl, just real laid back. Like, those are the type of people you could sit on a porch and talk to, maybe drink some of grandma's sweet tea. But man, the Louisiana accent wasn't there. That Baton Rouge Cajun accent, I didn't get a chance to hear that. The New Jersey one I didn't get to hear, like a Jersey girl, Jersey Shore. I thought the Texas would be more Southern than Tennessee, but I guess not, because this is like over on that side, the Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, in that area is real Southern. And then you hit Florida, like you said, it's the Latino accent's real because that's majority of the people. I don't know, like a basic Florida. Actually, no, there is that Florida accent. There's people from like Jacksonville or like Tampa. I can't even begin to impersonate because they talk really fast, and then some of the words are just like, they just blend together. There was a Super Bowl commercial. I think one of the dudes was from Miami, and the way he was talking, I'm like, bro, what are you saying? I have a friend from Florida that kind of talks that way too. And I'm like, dog, I ain't got a word that you just said. California is real, like, not Southern California is just real back to this like Valley Girl thing where they just think like, you know, like this is me and this is how I talk. That's just from interactions with people from California. For the most part, and maybe you guys pick up on an accent that I don't pick up on myself. I feel like I have a pretty normal speaking voice. There's a couple words here and there that kind of gives it away. I do say y'all instead of you guys or you all. Y'all is just my preference. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I have stretched this out to almost 17 minutes, and that was not my intention at all. So do me a favor, drop a like on the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to check back for gameplays, commentaries, news, and updates, and also reacts. Later, nerds.